Crash Bandicoot bosses. I don't ever think bosses have been the highlight of the series as such. I don't think mechanically many of these bosses are that great, but they do have a lot of charm and personality, and that is one thing I love about all these bosses, including what I have at 16, which is the Komodo brothers. Now what can I say? This fight is just so easy. It's a Warp Room 2 boss fight, and oh, I'm sorry, this boss fight is so easy. It's ridiculous. Not to mention the first two phases are exactly the same, and the third phase, all he does is chuck knives at you, and you move around anyway. So like, you never change how you fight. All you have to do is move around as Crash, and you don't get hit. It's just such a the setting's cool and the music is great, but yeah, mechanically this fight is really drab and boring. It's a shame, really. It's a cool it was a cool concept, fighting two foes, but yeah, they didn't quite nail it. Anyway, on to the next boss fight. Papu Papu. I mean, what an iconic fight. It's the first fight in the entire series. And, yeah, we know how easy this fight is. Now, it's a decent setting. The music's alright. I mean, it does its job as a first fight, I guess, but I just think many fights in the series just outshine this fight completely. And, honestly, when you know how to do this fight, you do this fight in less than a minute. I'm just showing off, you know, jumping over the his club, but you don't even have to jump over it. All you have to do is hit his head once once you hit him, you can just hit him over the head over and over again, where he doesn't even move. Yeah, I guess it's an alright first fight, but yeah, as I said, other fights just outshine it. Anyway, on to the next boss. The only real disappointment of Quest 2 is the final boss. Now, let me tell you what I do like about this first fight first. I like the setting, I think it's really good, and the music is probably the best thing about this fight, to be honest. As usual, Cortex music is fantastic. Now, let me just say about the thing about this fight. Why? Why is he not... Is there no way of him attacking you? It's just silly. None of the obstacles even kill you. This is so easy. I feel like they rushed it. There's no way they planned on leaving this as the only part of the fight. I just think this should just be part of the fight, not the whole fight. This is definitely probably one of the worst final boss fights of all gaming, in all honesty. Yeah, as I said, the only thing carrying it is the setting and the music. Other than that, this fight is not very good. Anyway, I think that's the last of the fights I don't particularly like. Now we're getting into the good fights now. Anyway, on to the next boss fight.
Haven't seen the last of me, Crash Bandicoot.
Riffaroo, the crazy kangaroo. You can't go much wrong. Now, I do like this fight, but like, I've never really quite connected with this one, and I think I know why now. It's probably like the only boss that doesn't actually attack Crash. It's just a pattern. Like, Riffaroo's not really like trying to kill Crash, he's just like jumping around. It's so weird. It's more, you're not really against the boss, you're more just against failing a platform jump. Now, yeah, the music and the setting's pretty good as well, so it is a good fight, but yeah, it's probably a bit lower, just because I don't feel very connected to this fight. Anyway, on to the next boss. Pinstripe. Honestly, for a fourth boss, this fight is way too easy. Like, you should really never die into this guy. It's just very easy, this fight. However, the reason why it's this high up the list is because, well, the setting and the music are fantastic. And there's so much charm in this boss fight. It had to go quite high up my list, but yeah, I can't put it any higher because mechanically I think this is quite a lame fight. Anyway, on to the next one. Oh, we got our first Quest 3 boss fight. Gladiator Tiny. What a cool concept. I love the fact that Cortex is watching over his gladiator. It's a fight to the death between Tiny and Crash. Yeah, it's cool. I love the spectators watching. I like the fact in Insane Trilogy they added the cheese throwing when you go into the cheese corner. I didn't know about the cheese, to be fair. I don't think it's that easy to find out about, so I'm not going to mark it down for that. Yeah, this fight's quite easy, but it is the first first walkthrough boss fight, so I can forgive it for that. Yeah, I used to die to the lions quite a lot for some reason when I was younger, but yeah, this is a cool fight. You know, he has the same moves as Quest 2 Tiny. You know, you gotta avoid his jumps. It's quite very easy, but yeah, good fight. Anyway, on to the next one. Ripperu's second fight. Now, what thing I love this fight off the bat is the fact that Ripperu's actually been educating himself. You know, he's been trying to like move on from being a boss. You know, he's trying to move on with his life, but unfortunately, when he sees Crash again, it makes his brain go all crazy, and it like sets it back. Unfortunately, I kind of feel a bit sorry for Ripperu in a way. Like I feel like he was trying to, you know, move on, do his own thing, but unfortunately, seeing Crash kind of triggered his past self. It's a shame. Anyway, on to the actual fight itself. Yeah, it is just patterns, but I do like the fact he's actually trying to blow you up, and I kind of like the lore in the fact Ripperu actually can set off TNTs whenever he wants. How cool is that? That's amazing. Einstein Ripperu for the win. What a cool fight. Anyway, on to the next fight. Now we got Dingo. Oh, what a character Dingo is. I love it. What a line that is from Dingo. This fight has so much charm and personality. I love the fact Dingo's like in the Ice Age. Probably where is the last place you'd expect Dingo Doll to actually be. It's quite cool. The music, right? I've got a little gripe. Not because the music isn't great. It is, but I don't know. It might just be me, but I just don't think the music fits this fight at all. Like it's cool, but it just doesn't fit this fight for me. And also, I don't like the fact there's an exploit. I discovered it when I was 8. You can actually slide jump over the icicles and finish the fight a bit quicker. So that's why I put this fight a little lower than maybe it could have got. It could have been a top 5 fight maybe, but yeah. Apart from those little bits, this is an epic boss fight. And probably the best walk to boss fight, definitely. Anyway, on to the next fight. Dr. Nefarious Trophy. I love this line. Oh, what a line. No, I really like this fight. I love the fact there's actual platforming and like jumping and stuff. I like the fact that's incorporated into the fight. No, the only gripe with this fight, I've never been a fan of boss fights that like go, oh no, I'm weak now. Oh, you can hit me. Let me just help you by arranging these platforms in a certain way. I don't know. I've never liked fights like that. That's why this fight isn't as high as it could have been. The theme. I love the fact that each time you hit him, the theme changes, and it's really cool. Great music again. Yeah, this is a cool boss fight. Anyway, on to the next one. Oh, I love this fight, honestly. The set. It's probably one of the. This is probably one of the most underrated fights actually in the series. I think the setting and the music are both exceptional. I love the music especially. Oh, I don't know, I just love the. It just feels so Koala Kong. I know I said before about I don't like it when like oh hit me, but I feel like it fits Koala Kong quite well with his personality. He is quite a flexer, so it does suit. It kind of suits him actually, being arrogant and all like oh you can't touch me. It does work in this fight. Yeah, I just think this fight's a lot of fun. Anyway, on to the next fight. Tiny, I don't know what he's doing in the space station to be honest, but all I know is that he wants some Bandicoot. Now, I don't know what it is about this fight. It's so simple a concept, like falling platforms occasionally and you know, Tiny just find your every move, but I find it really satisfying leading him into a pit and watching him fall to his, well, to his doom. I don't know, I don't know, I like the set and I like the lab assistant going up the tube and it just feels like a real space station and I like that feel. Yeah, anyway, into the top 5. For me, this boss fight, hands down, has the best setting out of any of the boss fights. I mean, how cool is it? We're on Cortex's blimp, flying around. Cortex is angry because his Crash has ruined his plan, setting his castle on fire. You know, we're above all the levels that we've played so far in the game. I mean, it's such a cool setting. This is probably one of the best settings in any game, in all honesty, in my opinion. Anyway, yeah, this fight's really cool. Maybe my only gripe is I don't really like how you attack him with it. He just shoots a really slow green orb at you. I don't really like that. But apart from that, this is a really good fight. Like, just a fantastic way to end the first game. Anyway, into number 4. Just pipping Cortex to number 4 is Embryo, the last boss fight from Crash 1, and it is a cool boss fight. You know, it's classic Embryo. Like, he's all about experimentation. You can't even hit him because the potion he'll slam potions together, causing an explosion. Yeah, I like the fact this has multiple phases. You got the blob phase, and then you got him throwing potions at you, and then he drinks the potions and becomes the Hulk. I mean, it's so cool. Like, this is a great boss fight. Also, I love the insane Trilogy cutscene where he tries to flap his way back into the building, but then he falls off anyway. Yeah, it's a pretty cool setting as well. Anyway, on to number 3. Number 3, we got the second engine boss fight. I love the idea that because Coco and Engine kind of formed a bit of a rivalry from Crash 2 after Coco kept hacking into the system to talk to Crash. So I think there is a bit of a grudge with Engine against Coco. So this boss fight completely makes sense to happen. His upgrades are cool. I love the second phase. This is a fantastic boss fight. The music's great. The setting's really cool as well. Yeah, what can I say? This definitely deserves number 3 spot. Excellent fight. Anyway, on to the next fight. I have to say, Crash 2 in general, I don't think could have handled bosses a lot better. However, this is the exception. This is an amazing boss fight and definitely deserves second spot. I mean, the setting is spot on. The music is epic. Probably contends very heavy with number 1 on which one has the better music. I love the fact that Crash actually uses his Wumpa fruit for something. We know as he see Crash do anything with them before. It's really cool. I love the all the phases of it Engine in this fight. And yeah, I just love how animated Engine gets when you break off one of his pieces. This is just a classic fight. The only disappointment with the Insane Trilogy version is they actually took out a line, so I'll play it.
Master Cordy will be very displeased with your resistance. Prepare to suffer his wrath!
It just shows how much loyalty Engine has to Cortex. I'm very disappointed they took out that line. It gave that fight even more life. Anyway, it's time for number 1, the finale. For me, honestly, there could only be one winner, and it had to be the final fight in Crash 3. And I have to say, Crash 3 did bosses so well. It's definitely, for me, the best thing about Crash 3 are the bosses. Or one of them. There's so much character and charm to them, and I'd say mechanically also they're fairly strong as well. That is great. This fight there had to be one because of the unique circumstances. You got good versus evil. This feels like the finale. This feels like the build-up we've been waiting for 3 games. This feels like the end. Oh, this is a great boss fight. I don't know what else to say. The music's amazing. The setting's pretty good. Maybe not my favourite. It is good. Yeah, it just feels this is a perfect way to end the trilogy, in my opinion. Anyway, I just want to end on. I believe Crash 4 will surpass all 3 of these games on bosses. I expect it to. I think that's going to be one of the biggest changes in Crash 4 is how they do bosses. Because I feel like in the original trilogy they were more like transitional levels. They weren't really, I don't want to say thought out, but they put thought into it. But they weren't like the big selling point of Crash. And while I don't think it will be the main selling point of Crash 4 either, I do think there will be a lot more emphasis on the bosses in Crash 4. Anyway, I hope you liked my list.